What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is the final part of my declutter. I'm going to be doing single shadows, as you can see here, some eyeliners, all of my lip products, so lip liners, lip glosses, lipsticks, lip balms, you name it. That's going to be in this video. If you haven't seen my other videos, I did a video where I decluttered all of my base products that you can see here, and a video where I decluttered all of my eyeshadow palettes. That one seems to be the most popular, and if you like decluttering, you like luxury makeup, then maybe these two videos are fun to look at. I want to show you guys the insert of my drawer. This is kind of what it looks like, and it's actually my favorite drawer usually, but it's looking a little bit messy. I've debated on how I was going to tackle this, but I think I'm going to tackle it by first doing, for example, all of my potted shadows. So let's start doing that. So these are all of my potted single shadows, and as you can tell from the entire drawer, I have a ton of single eyeshadows, so I have to make some cuts. First off, I want to say that I feature Victoria Beckham Beauty on my channel religiously, so I won't be decluttering anything Victoria Beckham Beauty, but I will show you guys all of my Victoria Beckham Beauty colors, and I want to say which ones are my favorite. Let's first go to Blonde. This is a color that is not available anymore, but it was part of her first launch. This is a beautiful color, quite underrated, and looks beautiful with the bronze satin kajal. Starlight, a true gold. Velvet, this one is great for New Year's. This is usually what I wear during New Year's season. One of my favorites is Tea Rose. This is a unique color. It has like golden glitters, but a kind of wine brown like base. It's beautiful. Honey is one of my favorites for everyday. This is kind of an antique golden color, but more everyday. A fan favorite, but not one of my own favorites, is Mink. This is a fan favorite because it is kind of like that smoky one and done shade. It's beautiful. It's just way too pigmented for me. One that I never wear is Onyx. This is just a true black. Again, beautiful for if you're going for that vampy, like nighttime look. Midnight, another color that I barely use, but fun to have in your collection. This is a true, like, deep blue. My favorite color at the moment is Chiffon. This is a true champagne. Great topper shade. And a fun color to have is Mirror, which is a silver shade. I don't use this often, but it's fun to have. I don't have anything like this in my collection. Now, these had a moment that I loved them, but I just like other formulas better. This shade is a beautiful true gold in Golden Eclipse. I'm going to declutter this one. This is a fun, like, duochrome shade. This is Sunlit Glow. Highly recommend if you're looking for a beautiful New Year's shade, but I barely use this ever. So I'm going to declutter it. My favorite one of the bunch is this one, Exagger Eyes. I have half a mind in keeping it. I might keep it for one more declutter because I do really enjoy it. It's just very moussey on the eyes. So I'm keeping this one. Let's go to one that I'm going to declutter by Low Care. This is the shade Joe. It's a lip and cheek shade, but I don't know, I put it all over the face. I used to really like the aesthetics of their brands, and I might want to keep the component, but because it's like a refillable packaging, they can like refill the components that you have. But I'm going to declutter it for now. The Auric, what are these called again? Smoke Reflect Shadows. Oh, I love these. I do, but look, if you open them, you actually see that there's wetness in them. I don't know if you can tell. And that is just, that is just gross. I've gotten some good use out of them, but I think it's just time for them to go. This is the shade Defiance, which is my favorite one. And all of these have a beautiful topper shade. I really like these, but Auric is not a brand that I feature a lot on my channel, and it's time for them to go. I don't dare to put them on my eyes anymore. Then we have the other shade, which is in the shade Temper. This is more of a rose gold shade. Very stunning. I like this style, but I use this one less, and I'm just ready to also depart with this one. In PR, I got two of these Merit ones. I'm going to clean them before I put them back, but there's only one of them that I use. So I use Mid-Century. I don't really use Brun. So let's first look at the Brun shade. I've used this once for review, but it's just not for me. It's too dark, and I cannot use it as a liner. So I'm going to declutter that one, but I'm going to keep this one. This one I actually do really like. And this one I've clearly used more. So this is shade Mid-Century. It's going back in my collection. A shade I'm definitely keeping is this one, Ray Scattered Light from Hourglass. This, of course, it has the name of my kid, but it's also one of the best, I don't know, glitter shadows that I own. It's still good. I've had it for a long time, but this is not going anywhere. And then I have two single shadows, one by Chanel and one by Pat McGrath Labs. This one I don't use that often, but it's actually really nice. It's very similar to my Victoria Beckham chiffon. It's a bit warmer, I believe. I don't know if I need it. I don't know. I think I might declutter this. I have a feeling that I won't miss it if it's gone, and I have a lot of these champagne shades. I actually quite like this one, but I haven't picked this one up since I reviewed it. So I think it's just, you know, I think I can make someone else happy with it. But this one, this is in the shade Undertone by Chanel. I use this one a lot, as you can tell. This is, I don't know, one of their, what are these called? Ombre Premier shadows. You don't hear about these too much. Again, I have to clean this one before it goes back in my collection. But I actually really enjoy the shade Undertone. It's like a warm, fleshy shade. All of my Westman Atelier, now these used to be staples in my collection, but I'll tell you, I don't use them anymore. By the way, I'm so sorry about the lighting. The lighting sucks because the weather sucks. Turned on a little bit of lighting, but maybe that's just more bothersome. How are we feeling about the lighting now? It might be worse than before, but we're just going to continue on. So I have all of the pods. This one was Le Noir or Le Nuit, the Le Jour, so the morning or the day set, the night set, and this was the Rendezvous one. I clearly had some good use out of the two day ones. I actually like the Le Nuit set the most. They still smell fine. I do like the finish of them. I just think that this formula for someone that has oily eyelids, it's just a lot of maintenance, and the newness of them and the finish I can get from other shadows now. For example, Undertone from Chanel is just doing it way more for me. So I actually think I'm ready to let some of these go. I am going to let go of the Le Nuit set. Then we have the Le Jour set. The only shade that I have a hard time parting with is the Tabac shade. But I'll tell you, I haven't picked up this shade in a long time. So I think I'm also gonna get rid of this set. Then a set with a lot of odd shades in them. I don't know. I find it difficult to get rid of all of them. Also because I love this shade. At the same time, I haven't picked these up. Like, I can't even remember when the last time it was that I wore these. So I think I'm gonna get rid of all. I actually saw a sneak peek of them potentially launching different shades or different, like a different eyeshadow formula, and I would like to review and compare, but these are also getting like really up there in age, so I might just repurchase Tabac only and yeah, like let these go. If you haven't seen two of my other declutters, basically if it's in the box, it means that I really have not used them. These are from Chantecaille. They're the mermaid eyeshadows. They're beautiful, but I just never wear them. This is the shade Seashell, beautiful shade, but doesn't last too long on my oily eyelids. So this formula is just not my favorite. Ready for me to declutter. This is in the shade Sylvie. This was actually my favorite one out of the two. This is a beautiful semi-matte. I really like it. When I look at them, I really like them, and I really like the finish of them. It's just the longevity of these just kind of sucked, so I'm gonna get rid of them. Before we tackle the big categories, let's look at some of my single powder shadows. Okay, so I have 3 Pop Shots by Charlotte Tilbury. I have a Chanel, a Chantecaille, a Munda Shadow, Bobbi Brown, and Dior. The Pop Shots, again, if they're in their respective boxes, it means I really have not picked them up. My issue with these is not the formula. I actually really enjoy the formula. Let's open this one first. This is my least favorite shade, Pillow Talk. But I just don't, you know, I forget that I like need to use these. I think it's because it would have been much better if they were in a palette instead of one of these single shadow systems. This is amazing. This is Diamond Eyes. God, how beautiful this is. Look how shiny. Oh, and it's that champagne. It's the champagne that I love. It's in the box, so it means that I really haven't picked it up in the past like half a year to a year, like when these came out. I don't know. When did I get divorced? I don't think I'll miss it when it's gone. I have so many single shadows. Another one that I love is this one. This is the Rosewood color. And together, they made for such a beautiful eye. I love them. But again, it was in the box. So for the past half a year, I even forgot about them. Okay, so that was difficult. Let's talk about one that I'll keep, this one. This is by Chanel. This is their loose eyeshadow pigment. I'm not going to swatch every single one of my shadows, but this is one that I have been going for a lot. It's a similar shade, so, but no shimmers, no detectable shimmers. It just looks really flattering on the eyes. This gives me that effect that I wanted from the Westman Atelier, except this is a powder shadow. It's a little bit dirty in use because the powder can go everywhere, but I actually really like this, so I'm going to keep it. Chantecaille. I've had this for a long time. I never use it. This is the shade Pangolin. Beautiful formula, but same problem as the Charlotte Tilbury. I never reached for this. I didn't get the right color. I just really wanted to try one of these, but apparently I'm just not someone that like picks up these single shades too often. I'm going to declutter. I got rid of a lot of Dior, but I still have this one in my collection. This is the older formula. This is a beautiful taupey brown. This is the shade Mix Up of the older formula, and you know what? I'm going to keep it for now. Two of my favorite shimmers, I'm going to keep both. This is the Luxe Shadow formulation from Bobbi Brown. It's one of the more expensive single shadows. As you can tell, the Charlotte Tilbury glitter is much chunkier than the glitter from Bobbi Brown, and it's just incredibly flattering on the eyes. Then, of course, we have the Moon Dust shadows. This is Space Cowboy. You've seen these before. Also, a very respectable shimmer. This is a bit warmer than the one from Bobbi Brown. I'm keeping both. Let's go in with the big category, which is my liquid eyeshadows. I really enjoy liquid eyeshadows. I have oily eyelids, and these tend to stay on quite long. I don't think I'm going to declutter a lot of them, but I do want to say that this formula by Lisa Eldridge, as you can tell, it does look like it's, I don't know. Is this normal? Does this happen to you? This is one of my favorite shades, Emily. And do you see this? It just feels a little chunkier. It doesn't smell too bad. I'm going to keep all of the shades. I have reviewed all of these shades that you see here. So if you want to see a review, please check out my channel and my Lisa Eldridge playlist. I'm going to keep all of the shades. But potentially, they are not going to last me another declutter after this because I have a feeling they're getting old. These are very similar to the Lisa Eldridge ones, except these are from Pat McGrath. I'm going to get rid of this green shade. I just don't wear it. This one is like Zora from Lisa Eldridge, so I'm going to get rid of it. These two I do wear, so these are the shades Luna Rose and Bronze Bijou. I'm still keeping these. I don't tend to reach for these too often, but I'm hoping with this declutter, I might think about reaching for them a little bit more. Then I have all of these Violette FR ones. I love these guys. I'm going to keep all of the shades. It's one of my favorite purples. And some of my favorite browns. So I like that there's like a combination of matte shades and twinkle shades. And this beautiful navy one as a liner. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep all. I turned off the lights again because the sun decided to come out, so I'm hoping it will stay like this. I think it's still okay. Hindash Color Fluid. This is, I tried loving this, I just don't. So I'm gonna, throw this away. It's old as well. I only have one of these, what are these eye primers that I'm trying out right now. It's the Rare Beauty one. It's a little bit dry on the eyes, so I'm gonna keep it because, I purchased it. But it's not my favorite. Then I have these two. Both of them are beautiful. This is a staple right now in my collection. This is the one I use the most. This is 22M by Armani. And then I have the Rabanne Color Shot in the shade Meteorite. This is a beautiful shade. This is like the Dior Beige Mid-Sesh single shadow, but then in liquid form, if that's like your thing. I don't really pick it up that much, so sometimes I'm like, maybe I should declutter because I'm not picking it up. I've been kind of like overwhelmed with my own collection. I'm hoping that after this final declutter, that I might pick up some of these products that I haven't really like gone for. So I want to keep both, and I'm hoping to get a little bit more use out of this one. Then another big category in my collection, and a category that I go for a lot, are my stick shadows. Now these are all of my Victoria Beckham Beauty eyewears. I did a video on all of these, so if you want to see all of them demoed on my face or on my eyes, you can see that in a video, so I won't swatch them, but I'm keeping all. The Vive Beauty ones, I tried using again, but since I've been loving the Victoria Beckham Beauty ones, I actually haven't reached for these, and they smell a little bit. So they were good. They were much creamier than the Victoria Beckham Beauty ones. So if you feel like the Victoria ones are too dry on you, look at the Vive ones, but I'm ready to throw these out. For now, I'm keeping all of my Rare Beauty ones. They're not oily lid friendly, not the most oily lid friendly. They're okay, but I do really like the colors that she came out with. I'm going to get rid of this number 3 Unleasha stick. It's beautiful. It's made to go underneath the eyes, but I just like the Aegyo style, but I just don't use this. I'm ready to declutter. This is like a glitter glue from Pat McGrath. I think it's fun to have. I don't use it too often, but it's just an aid to help your makeup style, so I'm keeping it. And this is probably the most underrated single shadow in my collection. This is from the brand Kat Von D, and this is one of these glitter sticks. They're called, what are they called again? Dazzle sticks. They're called Dazzle sticks. This is just insane. This is colored glitter, good pigment, again, a beautiful champagne. I like this. I'm keeping it. This is another obscene collection of eyeliners. Like, who needs this many eyeliners? It's crazy. But for review, I keep all of my Victoria Beckham Beauty ones. I have almost all the colors. They recently came out with a white color. I do want to get it eventually, but that's the only one I don't have. I do feature all of these on my channel. Oh, this is a Lisa Eldridge one. Let's put it right here. But I'm going to keep all of these for shade references, and it's just a really fun formula. I really enjoy this. Pencils luckily don't take up a lot of space. And yeah, I use this. I use this for content, but also to feed my creativity. I don't have a lot of color in my collection, but eyeliners and single shadows is kind of where I pick and choose my colors from. Then we have the rest. I think let's take out all of my liquid eyeliners and let's see which ones I want to keep. I feel like this was in a previous declutter. This is a crazy Pillow Talk liquid liner from, look at this, from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is like a duochrome situation, but I have a hard time working with this. I think I can make someone else super happy with this. Then we have the most expensive liner I own, liquid liner by Tom Ford. Beautiful. It has two sides, a like really small side and a larger side. Application wise, it's really easy to apply. It's quite wet of a formula, but unfortunately for my oily eyelids, this formula does not work. Mispurchase! The liquid liner, if you want to just, you know, basically tattoo yourself, MAC. This is the one I've repurchased the most ever. I've been using this formula for over 10 years. It's probably one of the first makeup items I ever bought. It does dry out quite fast, but if you are oily girl, like oily eyelid girl, and you haven't ever found something, try this one by MAC. Then two liquid eyeliners that I stand by in terms of formula. It's the Lisa Eldridge one. It's pretty good. It's the one I've been using the most right now. And a very similar formula is this one, the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. I like both. I'm keeping both, but I do think the Kat Von D one is getting like older and up there in age. So I might have to test this one out. I don't know. The Lisa Eldridge one seems blacker to me in person. I'm gonna keep both for now. The Hindash one, I am also, I think this was in a previous declutter, but I'm going to declutter it again. Both of my Charlotte Tilbury ones, I'm ready to declutter as well. The Rare Beauty eyeliner, this is not for me. It's just too emollient, so I'm gonna declutter this. I did not like this. Forgot about this one. This is the Espresso eyeliner from Chanel. This is a beautiful brown, stilo kind of idea. I have a ton of brown, but I'm keeping it. I have 3 of these Lisa Eldridge liners. I'm keeping them for review, but I like the Satin Gels better from Victoria Beckham Beauty. If you are interested in seeing a video on them, please check out my channel, my Lisa Eldridge playlist. Forgot about this one. This is by Aska Cosmetics. This is a Sephora Indonesia brand. This is also a liquid liner. This one is black. Also, good formula. I really enjoy this. Keeping it. I really like the Hourglass ones. I kind of forgotten about them because I have so many eyeliners, but I'm keeping them for now, hoping that my collection will, I don't know, motivate me to use these more. I really like this one by Westman Atelier. It's not smudge proof, but I can really work with this one to amplify an eye look, kind of map out where I want certain like things to be. I don't know. I enjoy this one. I'm keeping it. And this is what the current drawer looks like. It looks so much better. There is still some space left to grow the collection if I want to. But I think that at some point I'm going to decrease the collection a little bit. But for right now, it's going to be eyeliners, like stick shadows, my potted shadows, my powder shadows, and some extra liquid shadows over here, just kind of miscellaneous. And these are my liquid eyeshadows and 1 eyeshadow primer. I really enjoy the setup. It's easy for me to see where everything is. So yeah, I'm happy with this drawer. It's a little bit dirty, but don't worry, I'm going to clean it before I'm putting it back in my collection. But I just wanted to show you guys what the end result was. Then I did already do my palette declutter, but I decided to get rid of 3 more palettes. I thought long and hard about it, but I want to give you guys my reasoning on why I'm deciding to declutter these. The first one is this one. This is a formula that I absolutely adore. I love, but I was on the fence about the color story. I'm sorry if you see like the reflection. Bronzer shade is not really for me. This highlighter, not really for me. And I like one of these blushes. So I think the formula is amazing. But I also believe that there's a color story out there that I will enjoy more. Since I review makeup, there will be probably this year another holiday collection. And I'll probably pick up a color story that's hopefully a little bit more to my taste. So this gives me room to find a better option for myself. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Then the Floris's products. I love this little palette. It's beautiful. I'm so happy and grateful they sent it to me in PR, but I don't think I'll pick this one up. Also, I know a friend that will probably love this collection and everything that I'm decluttering from this collection. So I'm gifting this to her. But I decided I'm ready to declutter it. I thought long and hard about this one. This is quite a pigmented eyeshadow. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Dreams palette. It's like the Pillow Talks like intense on steroids. It's a beautiful formula. I have a dedicated video on this. I featured it multiple times. It's beautiful, honestly. I just don't think that with my current aesthetics, I'm going to use this. And it's just going to wither away in my collection. So I decided I'm going to declutter this as well. So far, this is what I'm decluttering. So this is my declutter pile. And this is what I'm throwing away. So I feel I'm doing pretty well. Let's move on to lips. This is my entire lip collection. I am a lip oil person. I have one lip oil that you won't see here. It's in my work bag, and that is by Summer Fridays. But this is basically it. Let's first talk about my lipsticks. So let's get those out, and I'll do it per category. Okay, I hope you guys can all see this. These are my lipsticks. I love lipsticks, but I haven't pulled for a lot of lipsticks. Let's first go through this one by Fenty Beauty. I love the applicator. Oh, something weird happened. It's getting older and up there. I know you can take these out. Like, I remember them being refillable. I'm ready to declutter this one. That's all I'm trying to say with this one. But it's a beautiful applicator. I did really enjoy making this video, and I enjoy Fenty Beauty. It's just not a brand that I feature on my channel a lot. I'm definitely keeping all of my Lisa Eldridge ones. At least that's what I'm thinking. There's two formulas in here. There's more of like a lip balm formula. This is Meet Me in Berlin in that lip balmy type of formula. And then you have those like velvet matte formulas. I don't really enjoy the balmy type of formulas. I keep on forgetting the name of them. What are these called? Anyway, I'll put it like the name down below. But I have 3 of them in the balm type of formula and 2 of them I barely wear. So technically I could get rid of 2 of the lipsticks. Okay, so these are the balmy formulas. You got Palazzo. This is a true red. It's beautiful, but I don't really use it. Then we have, oh, this one I don't ever use. Je ne sais quoi. Beautiful, but I don't use it. And this is the one I use the most. It's Meet Me in Berlin. So I'm keeping that one. Now I like the velvet formula probably the most in terms of lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge. This is Muse, one of my favorite ones. Velvet Cinnabar is my favorite autumn shade, keeping. Velvet Fawn, one of my favorite nudes. Velvet Affair, yeah, Velvet Affair, one of my favorite browns. And finally, this one is Velvet Sorcery. This is like 90s brown lip. So I kept all of those. I got 2 new ones by Queen Musia. They sent this to me in PR and I want to play with these a little bit more. I find them quite fun to work with. I want to feature them in another video. So I'm keeping both. Some of my oldest one in my collections are this one by Charlotte Tilbury, Cover Star. It used to be my favorite nude of all time. I'm ready to declutter it. It also smells like clay, so yeah, it's going in the trash, unfortunately. This one actually doesn't smell, but it's like as old as the Cover Star. This was Runway Royalty. I like barely wear this. This one is like a fancy version. This is Island Dreams limited edition. But it smells off, guys. I think I just have to get rid of all of them, and it pains me. It pains me to say. Then I have this one. This I got embossed from Le Bouge Rouge. This is a clean formula, but it doesn't smell. This is like Velvet Cinnabar, but then in a like nice balmy formula. It's one of my favorite ones I'm keeping. This one by Hindash, I get compliments on all the time. Like, let me swatch this one. This is a beautiful peachy shade. Still smells okay. I don't wear it that often, but I'm going to keep it for now. And this Florist collection was the first collection that I got. I don't dare to use this one because of the embossing. I'm going to frame the palette and I'm thinking about keeping this one for like framing purposes as well. I love it. So I'm keeping that one, but I'm not entering, like it's not going in my collection. Then let's talk lip balms. Okay, I think these are all of the lip balms that I own. I'm missing a Tower 28 one. Ooh, it was hiding from me. Lip balms, a fun category. I'm getting a little bit more into it, but yeah, I don't use all of them. I really enjoy my Dior ones, all 3 of these. So this is the Addict formula, very stunning. This is a great kind of balmy formula to really enjoy and get into. I have 2 shades, and the one I get most compliments on is this one. This is 717 Patchwork. This one gets some good use. I also have the Rosewood shade, also kind of getting a lot of use. I'm sorry if it looks a little bit dirty, but like I said, it's getting some good use. And this is also Dior Addict, but this is the Lip Glow formula. So I'm keeping all of my Dior. I'm not keeping all of my Chanel. My favorite formula of them is this one. This is the Rouge Coco Flash formula. And I got the Lily Rose Depth combo. And this is the shade Boy. This is my favorite one of Chanel. I'm definitely keeping that one. The Rouge Coco Balms, I enjoyed. I just don't really reach for these. I think they're a bit too matte feeling. And I think my mom would enjoy both of these. So I'm going to gift them to my mom. Then I have this formulation, the Le Extrait formula. Beautiful formulation. I got some extreme colors, super expensive. But this is just not for me. This is a refill. They're so expensive, but I don't know. I never reach for these, so I'm ready to declutter. 2 new Lisa Eldridge ones. I got a refund on this one, my favorite one, which is Sweet Fig. Because my Sweet Fig tastes and smells atrocious. I don't have that problem with my Metropolis one. That one is fine. And some of you told me that the lighter shades do have a taste and smell that is not fun for them, but the deeper shades don't have that. I'm keeping both, but yeah, just a little warning. My Sweet Fig one is, I don't know if it's good. I don't dare to use it. My Victoria Beckham Beauty shade Shadow Spice. This one is old. I need to throw it away. It's the only one I have because I didn't really like this formula. Ooh, forgot about this one. This is Surat's. This is the automated or something I got. Oh, this is the Lip Sleek in Nude de Soleil. I got this from them. I won this or something. I need to use this more because it's actually quite nice. I enjoy this. Tower 28, this chubby stick. I have no idea what it's called. I don't use this. I forgot about it. It fell, like fell next to my collection and I completely forgot about it. So decluttering. MAC one. I like the way that this feels on the lips in terms of hydration. I don't like the mintiness in this, and I don't like that when I apply it, so much comes off. And I know that that's why I got a lot of views on this, because they're like, you're not using it right. I know you guys were getting frustrated with me, but it's also frustrating for me to have a lip product that is difficult to apply. And this was definitely that. So this is a no-go for me. Lip glosses. I hope you guys can all still see. This is a difficult category for me. Let's first talk about these. Now, normally everything Victoria Beckham Beauty I keep, but these went off so bad. They're terrible. Like, they smell and taste terrible. I've given these a good review and I do really like the colors, and I did really like, as you can tell, I've used a lot of them. I used a lot of them a lot, but I cannot use any of these. The taste and smell of them is just atrocious. The Gloss Embrace formula from Lisa Eldridge is just not my favorite gloss formula. I like some of the colors, so I'm keeping them. Hoping maybe I can get some good use out of them now that I'm decluttering something. But I'm keeping them because it's Lisa Eldridge, not my favorite formula. I have two Westman Atelier, I don't know what these are called, balm, squeaky clean lip balms. One of them from kind of like the holiday packet, and Nana, which is my favorite one. Not my favorite formula overall, but I do really like the hydration of these, and I like having them around in my collection, so I am keeping them. And I got a Surat one. I don't use this ever. I think I can make someone happy with this one. This is just, yeah, it doesn't really do much for me. This category is kind of lip oils, and then you have these butter balms, which I didn't know where to put. This is the category that I use the most of. So I'm probably gonna keep the most off of these, but let's just quickly go through them. This is basically a lip stain by Rare Beauty. Mine, I don't know if you guys have this the same, but mine's starting to also smell and taste a little off. I've almost finished both of these, so I have a feeling that I just need to declutter them, but I'm gonna keep them and see if I can finish them up till the end. It's more of a lip stain, it's not a lip oil. It's an interesting formula. I don't think I'll repurchase them, but I have enjoyed them fully. One of my favorite lip oils of all time is this one by Dior. I'm definitely keeping. This is a newer shade, Bronze. Merit Lip Oil. I really like the shade. It's a good amount of pigment. It's just not phenomenal like some of the other ones that I have. Like, I like my Dior one better, so I'll pick up that Dior one more often than I do this Merit. I'm gonna keep this one for now because I like lip oils. Veep lip oils are definitely underrated. This shade, oh, it's so juicy, creamy. It's a lip deal. This is like the Hindash lipstick, but then in a lip oil formulation. I definitely need to clean some of my makeup. I'm so sorry if you see kind of like prints and everything, but I'm keeping that one. This is a repurchase. I got the glitter formula of the Gisou lip oil. I like it. I like to use it before I go to bed, but the glitter purchase is just stupid. I hated this one by Le Fille en Rouge. I should declutter it, but I'm thinking about doing a Le Fille en Rouge video again in the future, so I'm keeping this one for review. 3 miniature Clarins lip oils. They're fun. I use them to travel with. I actually like the Dior one better. This is more pigmented than the Dior one, but less hydrating. Then all of these like balmy products, the Summer Fridays ones are some of my best, you know, purchases of 2023. I'm keeping them, and these I would repurchase if they're out. And both of them are almost like near to the point where I can repurchase. Then this one by You Beauty, the most expensive lip product in my collection. And this is actually sort of a lip plumper, like a true one. This gives me the effect of fuller lips over time. So this is more like skincare for the lips and not just a makeup item. I would repurchase this possibly on a sale because it's so expensive. But this is, yeah, it tastes awful, but it's so worth it. Final category, these are my lip palettes and some lip stains, some liquid lips. So this is one Lisa Eldridge liquid lip, and this is the Violette FR liquid lip. I'm keeping both, but I like the Violette FR better than the Lisa Eldridge one, which seems to be a little controversial, but you know, that's just my honest opinion. My Victoria Beckham Beauty Bitten Lip Tint. I use this underneath my lipsticks or underneath my lip glosses to make my lips look like they're colored in and just full for the rest of the day. But on its own, I don't really like this product. I'm keeping it for, you know, the fact that it's Victoria Beckham Beauty and I do have a purpose for it, but it's not my favorite product. This is a beautiful color from Floris's. I do use this one. It's a liquid lip as well. It's matte or semi-matte. I'm thinking about keeping it, maybe having some more use out of this one. But it would be nice to gift my friend like an entire collection. And since I have this many lip products, I'm wondering that maybe I should just declutter it and give it to my friend. So I'm gonna do that. The Blurry Lip Tint. This is a K-Beauty item. They sent this to me in PR. This is fun for a blurry lip. And it's not too drying. Like I think K-Beauty formulas are quite amazing. Do I use this one? That's the other question. I don't really use this one. So I'm going to see if someone else can enjoy this one. This Amuse, another one of these kind of like, this is more hydrating of a formula. This is beautiful. It's again, a beautiful lip stain formula. It works really well. I just don't think I'll go for these reds. I have half a mind in keeping this one as a lip stain. I'm gonna keep this one for now. 3 lip palettes. Oh, the Fenty Beauty one. I completely forgot about this. Also, a lip stain. I don't really use this one. But I do like having lip stains around for the purpose of me putting them underneath the glosses that I have. This is a great like summer spring color. I'm gonna keep this one for now, but I think these won't last me another declutter. Look at these lip stains not coming off. Okay, I got 3 lip palettes. It's time to declutter my Westman Atelier. This is Le Nudes. I didn't like this one. I'm hoping that someone else can still like this one. It smells okay, but it's a bit older now. Newest one in my collection lip palette is by Faro Midi. I forget to pick this one up and like play with it. So I'm hoping that now that my collection is condensed a little bit, I can play with this a little bit more. Then another one by Westman Atelier. This one I have gotten some good use out of it. This one I don't know. I don't know if I should keep. I'm gonna keep this one for now because I do really enjoy it. You can't get this anymore. It's limited edition. But I'm keeping it for now, but it might be decluttered in the future. I almost forgot these lip products from Pure Wise. I got them in PR, so I did swatch them. Decluttering all of them except for the clear version. This is the clear version and that's the one I'm keeping. The rest I'm gonna give it to friends. I did declutter a lot of Pure Wise even though they did send these to me. I really enjoy the brand and they have solid products. Unfortunately with a collection as big as mine, I'm gonna look at like the best and the products that I'm using the most of. And that's the reason why I'm decluttering these, but they are an amazing formula for a lip balm. They're very comparable to the Cocoa Balm from Chanel, but then these are clean beauty. This is also by Surratt. I got this from them, like I want it. This is the Automatique Lip Crayon. I don't use this that often, but I want to get some more use out of it, so I'm keeping it. I'm keeping all of my Lisa Eldridge ones. This is just great for a review. They're great to have, and I love both of their lip liners formulas, so I'm keeping them. Oh, here's another one. Another favorite of mine from this year that I tried are these Faro Midi ones. This is a great brand if you're looking for like a niche luxury brand. 2 of my Rare Beauty ones, I'm pretty sure they're finished. Let me just check. Oh, I still have some left of this one. Ooh, okay, this is how much I have left of this Rare Beauty one. I really like this formula. I won't repurchase it once it's gone, but I like traveling with them because they're twist up. Then this one is finished, so I can throw this one away. This is the shade Bold. I just had some really good use out of this one. My Chanel one I'm keeping. This is the shade, I have to sharpen this one. This is the shade of 162 Nude Brune, great shade. My Vive Beauty one I'm keeping as well. This is a great shade. I get some good use out of it. This is Velvet Sands. Oh, this is a Hindash one. This is also great. This one is called Hush, the lip tone. Great as well. I'm not keeping all of my Tower 28 ones. The one that I like the most is Work of Art. You know what? Let's declare this one. It's almost finished. This is Kala by Natasha Denona, but I'm just not dedicated to the cause. I'm ready to declare. I'm keeping my Victoria Beckham Beauty one, Lip Definer 2. This one I'm also keeping. This is Foxy Brown by Charlotte Tilbury. I had to think about it a little bit. I'm decluttering both of these Tower 28 ones, and this is a beautiful like lip stylo by Le Fille Rouge. I feel like it's still good, and I do use this one. So let's see my entire collection. The first little section, the one that's gonna go in my vanity, is gonna be my like everyday lip oils, all of my Lisa Eldridge stuff, a Kira Wise lip balm, 2 lip oils, some minis, my Rare Beauty ones, and some liquid lips. This one is gonna go in the drawer. I hope that in the future I'm just gonna have one of these inserts, so I will declutter more in the future, but this one is gonna go in the drawer. This one will have my remaining lipsticks, some lip oils, and all of my favorite Dior ones. Then these are my lip liners that I have left. Great selection, I really enjoy. Then this is what I'm decluttering for today and potentially gifting to someone. If it's really unused, I might try to sell it, but you know, I definitely look at everything individually and clean everything individually with 70% alcohol and just clean it around. Then I also have this one. This is going to be thrown away, so let's count everything. So 45 items I'm trying to gift or get to a better home. Then 18 things I am throwing away because they're just not good anymore. Like, I'm ready to throw them away. So this is everything that I have decluttered, which I think is definitely fair. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching this video. Please like it if you enjoyed this video setup and just enjoyed watching the declutters. Check out some of my other declutters to see how I fared with the other categories of my drawers. I want to show you guys what my end result looks like. Of course, I want to also say that I do review makeup, so a lot of the makeup I did purchase for review. I'm now going a little bit more into digging into my own collection and using some of the makeup up. So I also realized that decluttering this much makeup and throwing away makeup is just a waste of money. So I'm hoping to do better. I hope you guys get inspired by seeing videos like this one. I personally love watching the clutter videos, but please don't see my collection as a reflection of how your collection needs to be in any way, shape, or form. Again, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!